Good morning and welcome to e-learning for today. So I guess we were all right that we didn't have school today. So for your e-learning, you have two things that you need to accomplish for me for biology. First, I'll show you here on your screen that you need to scroll down and um, click on this assignment in step number 2, which is related to the importance of creating emergency management action plans. So we're getting to the point where we're going to start working on your emergency plan to prepare for your presentations. So what I would like you to do is there's an article embedded within this assignment that talks about why it's really important to be prepared in the case of an emergency outbreak, disease, or virus. And this article focuses on Ebola specifically. So after reading the article, there are 3 questions I would like you to answer. So here's the article embedded within. It's not very long, but I think it's interesting because it talks about why it is so very important and how countries and local and national governments can learn a lot from being prepared and going through trainings to be prepared for these outbreaks. So, the 3 questions you need to answer are: first, the article references a weakness for this area as being the geography due to the extensive trading and migration in that area. What would be a weakness of Huntington County if we had a disease outbreak? Be thinking about your assigned virus while answering this question. So, what I really want you to think about is think about we are more of a rural area. We're not a big metropolis or anything like that. So obviously our weaknesses might be a little bit different than in the article when it's talking about Africa and having different places around the world that have trading and migration that looks a little bit different. So think about your virus and what would some negative or weaknesses be for us. The second is, why do you think these exercises explained in the article help the country to improve their overall health systems? So why would going through trainings and experiencing these kinds of things as a health system improve just overall healthcare? And then finally, the article talks about the recommendations that were given to improve response, standards for care of patients, and handling of samples. What do you think the most important aspect of emergency response is and why? So I just want you to think about, of all the things that it talks about in the article that recommendations were given, which one would be the most important when making sure that it has a gold standard or the best that it could possibly be done. So there should be a submission box, or you can upload a Word document or Google Doc or whatever, but please just make sure that you are submitting responses that are complete sentences. The second thing that you need to do is should not take you very long at all, but I did post the emergency action plan requirements right here. So what I would like you to do is look through this Google Doc at the emergency plan requirements. You don't have to, study it forever, but I would like you to at least see the order of the information and that it's going to be a written document that you'll create collaboratively with your group, and kind of look at some of the formatting requirements. And then also at the bottom, it talks a little bit about the presentation requirements as well. So what you need to do with this information after you read through that is just submit at least one need to know about that document. And I will look through those need to knows and begin answering them as we roll out the actual rubric and begin working on that. So here's where you can submit that. It's a journal, so just submit a need to know there. As always, feel free to email me if you have any questions. We will have teachers, I'll have office hours from 10 to 3, so we will be available to answer any questions that you may have. And I hope that you have a great day and that we will see you tomorrow.